honorable ministers and various political leaders of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Your Excellency, my dear brother, Elias Magosi, Sadc Executive Secretary, Your Excellency, Executive Secretary of the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, Ambassador Clever Gatete, Your Excellencies, heads of regional economic communities and international organizations who are here, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, senior officials and delegates from Sadc member states, distinguished guests, members of the media, fellow Sadc citizens, may I express my profound appreciation to His Excellency João Lourenço, President of the Republic of Angola, for the astute and visionary leadership in steering our organization as chairperson of Sadc during the past year. We heartily congratulate, commend him for ably navigating the various challenges we faced and for ensuring that the integration agenda of our region remained on course. On behalf of the people and government of Zimbabwe, I take over the mantle of chairmanship as chairperson of Sadc with humility and grace. I look forward, Your Excellencies, to your invaluable support and drawing from your vast experiences and counsel as we advance our regional agenda for the benefit of our Sadc citizens. Allow me to also acknowledge the dedication and leadership demonstrated by His Excellency Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia, in his capacity as the chairperson of the Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation. The organ remains a critical cog in nurturing unity, constitutionalism, democracy, and the rule of law, as well as peace and security in line with the founding values, ethos, and principles of Sadc. Similarly, I congratulate His Excellency Samia Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, for her assumption of the stewardship over the organ of politics, defense and security cooperation. Rest assured of my full support, my dear friend. Your Majesty, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this year's theme, and I quote, promoting innovation to unlock opportunities for sustainable economic growth and development towards an industrialized Sadc, end of quote, brings before the role of innovation in sustained economic transformation and development. It is a clarion call for our respective countries to leverage the region's human capital to spur technology and innovation that will leapfrog the modernization and industrialization of Sadc towards a higher quality of life of our citizens. To this end, it has become critically important and urgent to harness the potential of innovation to produce goods and services through value addition and beneficiation of our rich mineral and related natural resources. The peoples of the region fought for our liberation, freedom, and independence, as well as the economic value of our land and that which is under it. The time is now. We must realize maximum value from our God-given rich natural endowments. The importance of developing innovative strategies across all sectors of our economies to accelerate the realization of our collective development agenda cannot be overemphasized. This is more so as the fourth industrial revolution continues to impact and transform the way we operate and execute our work. Our Sadc bloc cannot afford to fall behind in the new and the fast-changing frontier of science, technology, and innovation. These aspects are prerequisites for increased productivity and indeed the bedrock upon which other parts of the world, industrialized countries, developed on. Let us therefore match our aspirations set out in the Sadc industrialization strategy and roadmap 2015 to 2063 with concrete and real actions. It is pleasing that the successful Sadc Industrialization Week and Investment Forum provided a public-private engagement platform where participants discussed and shared innovative approaches. The 7th Sadc Public Lecture also helped raise public awareness on the critical role of innovation in promoting and deepening the Sadc regional integration efforts. Stakeholders across the region are exhorted to scale up people-to-people and business-to-business exchanges for enhanced synergies and collaboration. Our institutions of higher learning, the academia, scientists and innovators must equally strengthen linkages to further drive the innovation, modernization, and industrialization of our region. In the case of Zimbabwe, we have set up several innovation hubs at all our state universities and related institutions of higher learning. These have achieved remarkable success in developing a sense of self-belief, skills and competencies. Further, initiatives under the programs have transformed livelihoods, communities and the economy as a whole through the production of appropriate goods and services for our people. The need to ensure that our youth and entrepreneurs, including women, fully embrace the technology and innovation revolution should be one of our key priorities in the region. Through purposeful collaboration in the ICT sector, we can advance our collective interests as a region, including closing the digital divide. As the current crop of leaders, we have a weighty responsibility to facilitate a conducive environment for our citizenry to thrive and do their part for the realization of the modern industrialized Sadc we all want. No one and no country should be left behind. Your Majesty, Excellencies and distinguished guests, the democracy, independence and freedom being enjoyed by the peoples of the region were paid for through the sweat tears and the blood of yesteryear heroes and heroines, as well as sons and daughters of Sadc. We have a sacred duty to honor them all by jealously guarding and defending our sovereignty and the right to economic self-determination as a people. We are a proud Southern African people with a rich history and a brighter future for ourselves. Let us never sacrifice our unity, solidarity, or African culture for political or economic expediency. Ultimately, the burden and responsibility to build our countries and the region as a whole for sustainable prosperity lies with us and nobody else, the great people of Sadc. In Zimbabwe, our development philosophy is that it's better in Shona. I'll translate in English. In Zimbabwe, our development philosophy is that a country is built, should be governed, and should be prayed for by its own people. We say, Nyika inovakwa, igotongwa, igonamatirwa, never. Likewise, our region Sadc will be modernized and industrialized by its own citizens through our individual and collective efforts. Those who seek to help us are welcome. However, they must do so on our terms, guided by our priorities and respecting our respective sovereignties. I therefore challenge my fellow citizens of the region to remain unapologetic and confident in who we are as a people and in our God-given abilities as a people. Through unity and hard, honest work, nothing is impossible. Your Excellencies, regrettably, the region continues to experience climate change-induced natural disasters, which have had far-reaching negative impacts on human and food security. In light of the lessons learned, investments in transformative agriculture and food systems must be scaled up. Through robust climate mitigation strategies and resilience-building mechanisms, we must continually strive to be a region capable of feeding ourselves. The full operationalization of the Sadc Humanitarian and Emergency Center must be given due attention. During our wars of liberation, we shared trenches and our countries to dislodge the racist colonial regimes for the realization of our independence and freedom. Now, in plenty and in luck, in good times and in bad times, we shall continue to stand as one united and indivisible Sadc. In accelerating the modernization and industrialization of our countries, the broadening and expansion of our energy infrastructure, with particular emphasis on renewables, is critically important. As developing countries, we contribute the least to global carbon emissions, and yet we are the most affected. In an endeavor to promote the green agenda, my government is broadening our country's energy mix. This has seen the generation of energy from waste along with other renewable energy sources. One such facility which converts waste to energy is the Geopomona Waste Management Plant. A visit to the facility has been arranged as part of our program on the 18th of August, which is perhaps tomorrow. Your Majesty, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as I assume the chairmanship of Sadc, I'm aware of the historic and momentous role played by our founding fathers and their vision for a united, independent, integrated, peaceful and prosperous region. It is indeed most opportune that this fourth ordinary Sadc summit is convening a few days after we commemorated our 44th National Heroes Day on 12th August 2024 here in Zimbabwe. We remain mindful that the protracted struggle for the liberation of our beloved motherland, Zimbabwe,